ASMR. Today we're going to be doing another comic book haul, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. First off, we have Fortnite with Marvel Zero War #1. This is the Ron Lim variant cover. And since I'm gonna go to SummerCon next weekend, I figured this would be a good one to get signed for my kid. And I kept my other one sealed. So, of course, these have a DLC code in it. This gets you like a sweet Spiderman mech suit in-game. And what's crazy with the Marvel printings, unlike the DC ones, is only the first printing of these will have the codes in them. So if you miss out on the first printing, you're not going to be able to get the code. So I don't know if they're going to have like a collective graphic novel with a full set of codes, maybe like DC did. But I mean, honestly, I would be doubtful. Or if they do, it's going to be something that they hold close to their chest and not reveal right now. But yeah, this doesn't look too bad if you or your kids are into Fortnite. Obviously, this is a no-brainer to pick up, and these are very hot, or whatever you want to call them. And then I did get the normal cover too. This is the I'm blanking on his name. Stackman cover, I believe. And yeah, and they're all polybagged too, so they don't want anyone getting in here. Actually, no, this might be Little You. Looking at the face on that. Stackman's signature looks a bit different than that too. It looks like a dinosaur, so. And then we have Alien #12. This continues to be just a fun quality book. As I've said in the past, I am not well versed in the Alien universe or the Dark Horse books or anything like that. I think if you've probably read those, there's a bit of sourness just because of, they established so much at that company. And this is just kind of its own thing, just like how they did with Star Wars and stuff, so. But yeah, the art's solid, the story's solid, so I recommend it. Next we have Dark Crisis #1. Yeah, so I just went ahead and pulled the trigger on it because it's just, I think it's just a 6-part series. And if I remember, the premise is all of the main Justice League heroes are dead. And so now it's pretty much like the future superheroes taking over in their place. And some of this was already shown in the free comic book day. All these first pages were, I believe. So let me show some new pages here. I think these are all new. So we see Black Adam into the fray. Of course, they're trying to, promote him with the movie coming and everything. So, yeah, I mean, I'm doubtful about any huge changes. All these events always tease big shakeups and all this crap, but if you've been reading comics long enough, you know that it's all just a sales ploy. Which is funny because a lot of these more recent ones, people aren't really biting, they're just kind of annoyed by them. Next we have Batman #124. This is the Del Auto variant, I believe. Very cool Batman boxing pose there. I love those covers. Still no Zdarsky on the book yet. It's coming soon, though. But yeah, they always tend to put their best talent on the Bat books. So obviously, you're never gonna get too bad of a quality with the Batman books. So looks like he's fighting the witch character or whatever. Or it looks like he's fighting Abyss. I know they've had a similar character that they've been fighting. Well, I don't know. Next we have Shadow War Omega. I believe this is the last part of the story. Another John Boy cover here. I mean, I doubt that Deathstroke is dead. But who knows with these books and everything that happens, he could very well have died in this. I'm still behind on reading it too. I've got I think the previous 2 or 3 parts. I've just been pretty busy. Alright, next we got the Batman 2022 annual with Ghostmaker on the cover here. So yeah, as predicted, looks like Ghostmaker has a fraction of the annual devoted to him. And then we see kind of the continuing stuff here with Batman Inc. that has been taking place in the ongoing Batman title. Next we have the Action Comics 2022 annual with this nice painted Steve Rude tribute cover here. Very cool. Dale Inglesham's drawing on this one. That's cool. I don't think I've recently seen Dale on anything. So we've got some War World flashbacks there. Yeah, I keep singing praises for Action Comics. If you haven't picked it up by now, please do. It's been so good. I am wondering if it's gonna wrap soon, though. When I look back on the full reign of the Superman event, it seemed like it was so much bigger when I was a kid. But it didn't even take up a span of, I don't even know, 15 or so issues maybe. I remember it being much longer. I'm trying to find a lot of just all the originals with the, singles covers, because I have the big trade the original one that doesn't have the covers. The old DC graphic novels never had the covers, so. Alright, next we have Twig number 2. The Peach Momoko cover. With her eyeball trademark thing she likes to do. So, yeah, I read part 1, and it's a fun little story, just, lots of bright colors and things, and from what I've gathered is he's more or less in a place, he's taken a job that's really important, and he's kind of a little bit of a screw-up, like running late and things like that, so. But I can imagine he's gonna be responsible for, like, saving or protecting his village in a big way. But yeah, it's just really fun. Lots of nice fantasy elements. It's just really fun to look at. Really great colors that pop on top of Scott's fun illustrations. So, and as I've said before, this is only a 6-part miniseries, at least currently anyway. We'll see if it gets another arc, but either way, it's just fun. Alright, next we got Amazing Spider-Man number 3. A tombstone, very prevalent in the story so far. So in the previous part, basically Peter made a poor decision and went in and confronted Tombstone when he wasn't ready to. And so it left on a cliffhanger of Peter being squeezed to death in the back of a van and then like brought to some warehouse somewhere. Just kind of blacked out and off screen. So he is in a rough spot. You can see here, looks like he's in chains now. But yeah, I've been enjoying it, so. I wish they would leave Peter and MJ alone, though. We don't need to mess up their relationship. But as far as like the villain interaction and stuff, it's good stuff. Tombstone seems like a real threat. As I've said, you see where he's got Spider-Man right now, so anytime they can make you care about the hero is a good book. Alright, box number 2. We have Batman and Killing Time, number 4 of 6. So yeah, this character here, I'm trying to remember what his name is. He's called The Help, I think. And he's like the Penguin's assistant. And so Penguin is more or less like lying close to death on a hospital bed. And so he just issued the order to kill the Help or something to that effect. And so the Help is like more or less like holding his own, and anyone who's like trying to take his post from him at Penguin's mansion is just kind of getting wrecked by him. So it's kind of interesting. And yeah, the story's just kind of crazy and all over the place in bits. As you can see, they keep like doing these time jumps to other periods in history here, which I'm not really gathering the full scope of that. But yeah, this guy here, he's the Help. And he is not to be messed with, as you can see there. And Riddler and Selina are off, like, trying to pull off this big heist and disappear. And of course, I feel like Catwoman is gonna flip on him for Bruce. Next we have X-Men 92, House of X. And I think this is a 6-part series too. So, Lots of fun nostalgia here, trying to give it that, funky 90s feel. That's straight up a reference from the cartoon there, episode 1, Night of the Sentinels. Absolutely love the old X-Men cartoon. You see Nimrod here. So yeah, this just looks like it has lots of moments and fan service to past cartoon points and stuff. Next we have Spawn 330. I almost thought this was a McFarlane cover. I think with the older font there, really gives it that older feel. So not much I can really say about the current ongoing Spawn, other than just lots of otherworldly threats and lots of action. Sometimes I don't understand the full scale of the story in the Spawn books either, but it's still fun, it's nice to see, one of these characters that started when I was a kid and not allowed to read, mind you, is still going strong, and I'm just enjoying being a part of that, reading the books and stuff and continuing to support Todd, so definitely an inspiration to independent creators. And I still don't think at this point Spawn knows that this guy right here is medieval Spawn yet. Which is weird because that's been revealed to us at least it seems like 10 issues ago. And we have Scorched number 6. This is the Bjorn Barron's cover. And yeah, these covers have been a lot of fun. And this was just someone that I think Todd said he just saw their work on Instagram and went from there. So you never know what you post to your art profiles might just catch some attention if they're good enough, and of course Bjorn's stuff is good enough. He's been getting lots of work that I've been seeing. He's been doing Marvel covers and stuff too. Haven't seen him get any DC work yet. I don't think he's exclusive because obviously he's doing Spawn ones too, so maybe there'll be some DC ones down the pipe. He's definitely a fun, newer talent to watch for anyway. And then with the 90s fun, we have the last connecting cover here to complete the X-Men #1 homage to Jim Lee. Now Todd did draw all these covers, so, but he's drawing them in the vein of Jim Lee, so if it looks, a bit more uncharacteristic, that's why. And we have the Rocketeer #3. I love how they got the little Eiffel Tower in there. And basically this friendly competition has turned into a death race. So this main competition, I believe, is just a German dude, as can be expected in the time period of this sort of stuff. and he's been flying dirty. And so he's taken a lead because he's just been clipping people's planes and stuff like that. So, but the Rocketeer has caught up to him, and the issue is what the Rocketeer is flying and can't handle that sort of extra push. So it's starting to fail him in midair. But yeah, definitely a good time to be a Rocketeer fan. Lots of resurgence. I believe they're at the 30-year anniversary now. Probably even longer than that if you look at the actual, like, comics. Maybe, I don't know. It could be. I'm thinking back. I think the movie just flat out came out in 1990, so I can't math too well. Yeah, that's 30 years, so longer for sure if you're counting the books. I think the first Rocketeer was maybe the mid-80s, but I could be wrong. It could be a little later. Yeah, right here in the corner, 40th anniversary. And then this is the other cover, yeah. So there's that one, nice cover. And then we have the Virgin Variant. My shop has been so nice with getting these to me. Let's do a bit of tracing on the old helmet here, shall we? We got the glint here of the board kind of interfering, but it's okay. Let's get some of the finer details. There we go. Let's get the tower. There we go. Very nice cover. And next we have the last Gleason Webheads Goblin cover. So if you didn't know, Gleason's been doing these exclusively on his shop, except for the Goblin Queen one that was a regular in-store, but there was another card that shows all three, so if you've seen on past videos, there's this one, and then there's Green Goblin, and then there's the Goblin Queen. So if you go to right here, patrickgleason.bigcartel.com, I believe they still have some for each of the set. So I think it's all guaranteed at least a regular trade dress on them. But yeah, cool covers. If you love his stuff, if you love the web things he's been doing, don't miss out and get those. I still have to get the first Venom one he did on there, though. I think that sucker's about $90 or so on eBay, and I won't get it one of these days. Next, we have a nice little key that most people have, but since I'm trying to re-buy my comic collection, we have the newsstand edition of Superman 75, The Death of Superman. Super iconic cover. So glad I've got it in my collection finally. Definitely a huge, huge part in shaping my love for comics and the characters. And yeah, late 80s, early 90s Superman, there was nothing like that. My brother's favorite, and I enjoyed it over his shoulder vicariously. And now I'm going back and reading him, so just lots of fun. Next we have Captain America number 372, and I got this once again, because I'm meeting Ron Lim next weekend. So I have another one coming, fingers crossed it'll be here, which was the first Captain America book I ever got. Was my oldest brother gave me, one where he was fighting an ice worm. And so hopefully that one will come and I'll get that signed, because that is the first Captain America comic I owned. But this one's nice too. This was a story that blew my mind when I was a kid. Basically, Cap is, I think, just doing a drug bust or something to that effect. And he has a shipment explode on him, and he breathes in the fumes, and he gets a contact high from all those drugs, and then he just pretty much goes psycho, starts beating people and stuff. For several issues, eventually he gets this nice, like, stubble on his face and stuff, gets all sweaty looking. You know, standard drug telegraphed visuals in comic books. And then, like, Daredevil has to come in, and then he fights Crossbones and stuff. I think it was a six-part story arc. So, looking forward to meeting Ron, because he, you know, drew a lot of stuff I read when I was a kid. Every now and then he'll do some stuff currently, but of course I love his older stuff. But yeah, they've got, like, Cap gets this stubble like that on his face. And then, yeah, it's just fun. Just a nice little childhood thing for me, so. And then I get to pass it on to my kids. As I tell my kids about that, and they're like, wow, that actually sounds pretty crazy, so. And then, what do I have? Let's see. This is gonna be for our giveaway when we hit 2,500 or 3,000, but I don't want to have us wait too long, so I might do it at 2,005. So when I go to the Summer Con next week, I'm gonna meet Simon Bisley as well as Kevin Eastman. So I'm getting body count #1 signed for you all. I have the trade on the shelf. I might get that signed for myself, but for you all, indefinitely, in the giveaway is going to be body count #1 signed by Eastman and Bisley. And I've already pre-purchased my signature, so it's guaranteed. It's gonna happen. I was on the fence because my buddy wasn't able to go, and we had some other financial issues happen. But I said, you know what? Nah, I've got to meet Simon. You know, he doesn't come out this way. He's from another country. He already canceled before from the COVID stuff, so this is like the COVID makeup cast, pretty much. A lot of the guests who should have came then are coming now. But yeah, if you don't know, Body Count is like the most mature Ninja Turtle story as far as violence and stuff, and it gets a bit more risque. So if you've ever wanted to read a really gritty turtle story, Body Count is it. And it's just spotlights Raphael and Casey Jones just kind of wrecking stuff, doing their thing. I could have sworn the #1 had that image of Raph against the brick wall there, but maybe they had 2 covers. Because that was one I was thinking about trying to buy and get signed for myself. But this for sure is going to go to you guys, though, so hope you appreciate it. I'm also going to be meeting a few other people and getting some stuff for that same giveaway. And I can't quite figure out if it's going to be a straight up, like, regular noisy vlog when I do the video, or I'm going to do, like, you know, have the footage from the con and then do a soft spoken over it. I don't know yet, so. Well, we've still kind of got some time here. I haven't done in the longest time a sound finale. So, at the request of quite quite a few viewers. And the fact that I haven't done one in a while, we're gonna make some tapping sounds and some crinkling sounds. I'm gonna try not to make it too loud since this is a whispered video, and if you've drifted off, I don't want you to wake up suddenly to more harsh, aggressive sounds. So, we're gonna do lots of tapping, gentle tapping on some of this here. Sounds a bit like the patter of rain. We've got some birds going outside right now too, so. Put this back in the middle. So there's a nice focal point. sorting sounds here. Alright, that's gonna do it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. And as always, you all have a super